Well, the sunrise for here today, 6:28, set at 17:28. Magnitude is minus 26.5. RA is 905.58. Deck is 1637.03. Alt is 48.09. ASM 357.80. Rises at 6:28 and sets at 17:28. We have miracle right before your eyes.
What? Tell me.
What was the number I told you when you asked me in the laundry?
The number?
Yeah.
What number? Number of what though?
You said a number. All right, I'll remind you. The sunrise to sunset for here is 6:28 is set. Is it rise? And sets at 17:28 for 11 hours.
Yes, yeah. This was from yesterday. You're talking about yesterday? This conversation we had over there?
No, you asked me a number in the laundry. It's on the other video.
Is it?
Yeah. I said 11.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, well that's the number of particles of your blood compared to all of the...
So how did I tell you that? I said, if you took one pint
of your
my
blood, how many molecules would that be per parts per million throughout all the oceans of the world, right?
That's right. And you could take a scoop out of anywhere in the ocean.
Yes.
And you would have 11,000 red blood cells.
Yes. Yes, of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or molecules of red blood cells.
Yeah. So, yes.
Well, that's the sunrise to sunset for today. Here. 11 hours.
11 hours. Okay. 11 hours of sunshine and it's glorious. Love it.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. Awesome, babe.
Huh?
Awesome.
Yeah, so we have, by using all the banned technologies and poo-pooed, as they say, technologies, we put them all together. Yeah. Cure every old diseases.
Well, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's obvious, isn't it? And they're not going to let you have something that's good for you.
Yeah, well...
Trying to kill you.
There's so, people are so aware now of everything out there that's being suppressed and they're sharing the information all over the net. It's really good. Somebody finds something, they post it so that everybody has the information. Lovely, babe. Your children are waking up.
So we've got to start making little tags up and put love on that blue thing. So.
Yeah. Well, we can do that now. Design one right now on our...
Well, you can write it by hand. Write it by hand.
Love.
Just do it by hand.
We can do that too.
Got a marker? Indelible ink? Just write on it.
We can do that.
Sign it.
All right. Okay. We can all write love and sign it.
As a guest book.
There you go. Our guest bottle.
Guest bottle.
Okay. All right.
Well, you could have a guest book after it's signed and filled up. You don't want to sort of get too bad. But you have a guest book tied with hemp string that is on the jug, and you open it, sign it, close it again. And you're going to get a bit of moisture in there, isn't it, with the steam? All that lovely silver and hemp.
That just gave me a thought. That's what we need at the front door there, underneath our portrait, a hall, what they call a hall table, something elegant, with a guest book.
Oh, yes. Good idea.
Got Karen arriving on Wednesday. Johnny will be here before long.
Yeah, that's right. So he woke up
He had a dream.
and he dreamed he was with me,
Yes, fishing
fishing
on a dock.
on a dock.
It was very peaceful.
Look down there.
And you just said to him, Donnie, you know I was right. And Donnie looked at you and said, yes, you were. Glory, hallelujah, the angels are working.
Now, did you tell Adam about the DMSO for curing?
I did, yes, I've given, yeah. we
So
talked about
tell the
that this
world
morning.
how to do it.
Actually, I posted it. The DMSO. All right, marvellous. Well, I've just been reading them really for the first time. You've known about it for years and talked about it, but natural byproduct, they've known about it since the 60s. A lot of research. The Dr. Jacobs from the USA who worked on it, of course, never did get FDA approval because there's no patent available on they can't take a patent out over the molecule. But it's been used in Europe to treat patients with head trauma and tumours in the brain. When somebody's been hit on the head, it doesn't have to crack the skull, but causes trauma through the swelling, and then the brain cells die because of the pressure and the swelling. And when intravenously treated with the DMSO, within 5 minutes that swelling is gone. And so it saves the brain cells from dying, but also it's a free radical scavenger, so it eliminates the free radicals anyway, meaning that it's antioxidant, anti-inflammatory.
So what would happen if you massage it into the pineal gland?
Well, very interesting. It would, the problem with the pineal gland is the calcification, meaning it's got bits of calcium all over it and it's hardened, so very interesting. Probably end up dissolving it, breaking the bond, releasing it back into the bloodstream so it can be flushed out through the kidneys.
But it is fluoride, isn't it?
What's that? Fluoride that does that to the pineal gland, yeah, pineal gland, definitely. Now, DMSO, just amazing. I've ordered some from the USA, should be here any day for aches and pains that I've had on my left side since I injured my back a few weeks ago. When Yah told me not to clean the shower, and I did anyway, because I didn't hear him.
Finally, the truth comes out.
Well, I'm giving
So
you his
if you
story.
wait long
I'm
enough,
giving
no,
you his
did you
story.
just say?
I did just say it, yes.
Thank you.
I was
Don't
relaying
add to
your
it.
story.
Don't. No. You're doing it again. Okay, say it again without with that last bit.
I don't even remember what I said.
Yes, you do. You know exactly the horrifying
I
words you said.
When I injured my back some weeks ago, I was cleaning the shower and Yah told me not to do it. I did it anyway, according to...
Right, again. Again.
I injured my back several weeks ago as I was cleaning the shower, and Yah told me not to do it. However, I did it. I ignored his advice because I didn't hear it.
Here's the last bit. Huh? Oh, dear me.
Oh, babe. However, it's led me to this now. It's led me to this. The DMSO that we're waiting. And think what fun we'll have with it because it's...
You put a very, very, is it, you're talking chili or peppers?
the heat content of any pepper is...
That
just
you want the
called
hottest,
capsaicin.
smallest atom.
Yeah. Now, it did, remember I made up and it's still there, my cayenne pepper in the oil. And I told you that. Now, that's anti-inflammatory, and it did help a little bit. But because the DMSO is a carrier, that means it crosses the blood-brain barrier very fast. It must be a very, very tiny molecule. And it will take with it whatever is mixed with it. So we're going to experiment and mix
Making one a
capsaicin,
positive, one a negative.
mix capsaicin
So they lock.
with it.
All right, and then you pass it over as a positive on that big magnet.
Right.
and then you rub it in with a DMSO.
Okay, so we're going to
You've
experiment.
got to lock it.
The
That'll
pancreas.
cure diabetes 1.
Yeah, now diabetes 1 through accident. Scientists were working on mice in Alberta years ago. This went underground as soon as it happened. They injected the mice straight into the pancreas with something like 16
Scoville.
16 million, 1.6 million on the Scoville scale, which is really, really hot.
16 million.
Yeah, it was really, really hot. Really hot. I'll have to check that out. I'm going to find that article again. The point being, what they were trying to do was to kill the nerves of the pancreas. Well, much to their astonishment, the pancreas began making insulin, literally immediately. And that what they figured is that the peptides are what is responsible. Peptides are, it's a protein. Actually comes from what I understand, it's to do with the brain and a protein. The peptides were missing, couldn't produce the beta cells that produces the insulin. Now those peptides come from, again, what I understand, a tiny little tube that feeds into the pancreas, and it all happens in there and gets released into. That tube is inflamed. Well, the capsaicin is anti-inflammatory. When they injected it, it kick-started the making of the peptides because the inflammation in that tube disappeared, and the pancreas began making insulin. And months later, the mice were still producing their own insulin. So that set us up. And then the work went underground. Haven't heard anything about it, because that would be the answer to diabetes 1, which is what Adam has been since he was 9 years old.
Well, see, I've been talking for quite a long time about it. And I needed a laboratory so we could get a surgeon to put the needle into the right place.
Well, yes, that's what we've...
That's what I kept saying. So we can't do it yet.
No.
This DMSO would carry it straight through.
Yeah, the DMSO...
So we've eliminated laboratories.
Interesting. Yeah. So,
I wonder what Professor David Cooper would have to say about that in Sydney.
oh, well, he might not be alive.
Well, that's the point.
He may have died. You know, doctors do, they die of their cures, their treatments. Dead doctors don't lie. And they all die very young, much younger than the average age of the population. It's another beady little demon.
So he has all the deaths that we couldn't cure quick enough throughout the South Pacific of AIDS and malaria.
On his head.
On his head.
That's a burden.
Don't believe me? You're out here.
Totally. You can't
What a
live
slogan,
without God. Without believing God. It's either Yahweh or the highway.
Go with your God. See you later. I believe Mother is on getting packed for that. What did she say?
I'd rather be in hell if he's going to be in charge of heaven. Something like that. Something like that.
Any last words to Mother? What about Ali?
Ali. Oh, babe, I've been thinking about you a lot. Last time I saw you, I said, you just got to relax, let go, do the research, come to terms with who we are. And when you do, you'll be free. Abby's fine. She's come to terms with things. Looks like Aaron is with Troy. Abby, of course, has been the point man for all of you. He reasoned with himself right from the get-go that he had to get to that point where he believed. He had to do it for himself. The internal battle, and of course all hell breaks loose when anybody's on the road to discovery, if you like, especially when it's their own mother. Oh my God! Anyway, he knew that I couldn't budge.